Cookery Grade 10, First Quarter. Prepare egg, cereal, and starch dishes. Cookery Grade 10, First Quarter. Lesson 1, Learning Outcome Number 3. Our topic is Occupational Health and Safety, or OHS. Occupational Health and Safety, or OHS. Occupational Health and Safety, or OHS, is a cross-disciplinary area concerned with protecting the safety, health, and welfare of people engaged in work or employment. Knowing OHS is essential to minimize the hazards and risks not only to students, trainers, and other people within the training institution, but also to others who will be affected. The following are the good OHS practices. First, disaster plan. There should be a plan in place to deal with any emergency. Second, there should be training and providing relevant information. Third, work and storage areas should be designed, constructed, and equipped to ensure that there is a minimum risk to archive material or stock. It should be kept free of food and drinks, harmful contaminants, pollutants, or vermin radiation. Fourth, incidents and accident investigation. Fifth, report of notifiable accidents, incidents, and dangerous occurrences. Sixth, there should be a first aid. And lastly, there should be personal protective equipment. Basic food microbiology. Certain microscopic organisms, such as bacteria, are able to invade the human body and cause illnesses and sometimes death. Because contaminated foods are major sources of organisms transmitted to people, it is essential that the food production must have a clear understanding of food microbiology and the conditions involved in it. What is food-borne illness, food-borne infection, and food-borne intoxication? Food-borne illness is a disease that is carried and transmitted to people by food. Food-borne infection is a disease that results from eating food containing harmful microorganisms. Food-borne intoxication is a disease that results from eating food containing toxins from bacteria, molds, or certain plants or animals. The common causes of outbreaks of food-borne illness. First, failure to refrigerate food. Second, failure to thoroughly heat or cook food. Third, infected employees or workers because of poor personal hygiene practices. Fourth, foods prepared a day or more before they are served. Fifth, raw, contaminated ingredients incorporated into foods that receive no further cooking. 6. Cross-contamination of cooked food through improperly cleaned equipment. 7. Failure to reheat food to temperature that kills bacteria. And 8. Prolonged exposure to temperatures favorable to bacterial growth. Aside from food safety, we should also be aware of the different hazards in our workplace, such as kitchen hazards, electrical hazards, and others. To avoid or control these kinds of hazards, the following should be observed. First, use caution when working around hot oil. Second, get trained in the proper use and maintenance of your deep fryer. Third, observe all safety procedures and wear all protective equipment provided for your use while preparing hot items. Fourth, use gloves, scrapers, and other cleaning tools with handles. Fifth, use the correct grease level and cooking temperatures for your deep fryer. 6. Keep stove surfaces clean to prevent grease flare-ups. 7. Avoid reaching over or climbing on top of fryers and other hot surfaces. Clean vents when oil is cool. 8. Keep floor surfaces clean and dry to prevent slipping or falling into hot surfaces. 9. Wear slip-resistant shoes. Floor should be cleaned often with grease-cutting solution. 10. Do not work closely to hot fryers when the floor is wet. And finally, do not spill water or ice into hot oil as this may cause a flare-up. Number 12. Do not overfill or pour excessive amount of frozen fries into deep fryer at one time. 13. Overfilling causes excessive splashing and bubbling over of hot oil. 14. Do not pour excess ice from fry packages into the fryer. 15. Do not overheat the oil. Use only manufacturer's recommended cooking temperatures. Number 16. Do not move or strain hot oil containers. Wait until the oil is cool. And finally, extinguish hot oil or grease fires by using a Class K fire extinguisher. Here are some tips on how to handle eggs. First, when purchasing, do not buy dirty, cracked, or outdated eggs. In storing, store at 45 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Store in closed container. Store away from strong odors. Refrigerate leftover egg dishes in a shallow containers. Do not allow drippings to contaminate eggs. Preparation and cooking of eggs. First, keep refrigerated before and after cooking. Second, keep everything clean. Third, use only clean and not cracked eggs. Fourth, cook thoroughly. Fifth, wash container used for egg thoroughly. And finally, use egg separator. Service and transport of eggs. First, serve promptly after cooking. Second, keep cold food cold and hot food hot. Third, use ice or cold packs when transporting. And fourth, avoid eating raw eggs or food that contains raw eggs. A time to remember. Don't throw that away. Situation. You have lots of leftover foods from your dinner. Direction. Narrate on your notebook the step-by-step procedure on how to do the following. First, process on how to keep or store leftover foods. And second, process on how to eat leftover foods. This is Maylene Huliganga. Thank you for watching.